Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review, and today we're taking a look at this Nightmare on Elm Street Ultimate Freddy NECA figure. A figure I've been wanting to take a look at on the channel for so long now, because this is one of the oldest figures I've had in my collection. I mean, not really one of the oldest. I've had figures still in my collection today that I've had since I was 4 or 5 years old, playing with them as a kid and managed to keep my hands on them. However, this is probably one of the first figures I bought as an adult collector. I got it way back in maybe 2013, 2014 when me and my friends went to Comic Con. I saw this on the shelf and it just struck my eye and I knew I had to get it, and it really just sparked my interest further in horror films, horror figures, and really just inspired my whole collection to this day, including all my NECA horror figures and even just my other figures in my collection, such as Marvel Legends. It really just pushed my whole idea to collect these figures. So today I wanted to take a further look at it on the channel. I've had this figure in box, out of box, just on display for many years, and I've changed my collection up. So we'll finally get a proper in-depth look at it today, and let's do what we always do on the channel and take a closer look at the box. So I absolutely love the artwork on this box. You've got the movie poster, DVD artwork as the NECA display box, and it just looks great. This is really what caught my eye. Walking around Comic Con, I saw this, I was like, this is probably the first NECA horror figure I ever saw, and I was just intrigued. Especially with the window display. I'd never really seen figures like that either, where you could, display the figure in box. And I just really loved the look of this guy. He looks so gnarly. You can see the inside artwork here, the figure in display. And yeah, just the rest of the box as well. I really like the colours on it. 30th Anniversary Ultimate Freddy. Got a Nightmare on Elm Street with the NECA logo at the bottom. But just really nice colours running right round, especially the back of the box. I mean, look at this. Got the Nightmare on Elm Street here. Nancy is having grisly nightmares. Something monstrous wants to kill her. Meanwhile, her high school friends who are having the very same dream are being slaughtered in their sleep by the hideous fiend of their shared nightmare. When the police ignore their explanation, she must confront the killer in his shadowy realm. That sounds terrifying. That sounds so scary. And see, to be honest, when I got this figure, I don't think I'd even seen the film. I might have seen some of them. I'd definitely seen like some clips on TV before, but I don't think I'd ever seen the first film. And I got this figure, and I'm pretty sure I went straight away to a secondhand DVD shop in the town and picked up the movie as well. And maybe it was just influenced by having the figure, but I just fell in love with the film. I'd definitely say the first film is the best, or at least it's my favourite. And then part 3, is it part 3? It's a close contender. With that being said, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what is your favourite A Nightmare on Elm Street film? Are you the same as me? Is it the first one? Or is it part 3? How many parts even are there? Let me know down below. And while you're down there, guys, please just smash that like button and make sure you hit subscribe for future videos on collectibles and figures such as this one right here. Let's not wait any longer, guys. Let's bust Freddy out of the box and see what he comes with. And here we go, guys. Here is Freddy Krueger out of the packaging, and he just looks stunning. I mean, he looks crazy. The detail on this is insane. I love all the accessories we get. So let's just take a closer look at the accessories first. And already, guys, I'm going to have to apologise for the same thing I keep doing over and over. I keep making videos on these figures without watching the movie recently. So these accessories are definitely going to be references to scenes in the film, and I have no memory of them because it's been so long since I watched them. But here we go. Here we have a phone, and it's got a wee Freddy Krueger tongue sticking at the bottom, which is just kind of disgusting. I mean, that looks horrific, but it's a great accessory. It's absolutely fantastic. I love that. You can see the phone aspect here. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The wire coming down, it is really kind of loose, and yeah, really like this one. And then here we have a face. I mean, I generally have no recollection of this in the film. I do remember the phone, I do not remember this face, but you know, whatever. It looks quite cool. Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Um, yeah, once again, quite horrific. The accessories in this are disgusting in the best way possible. And talking of disgusting, check this out. That looks crazy. I mean, look at the detail in this. NECA just once again smashing these horror figures out of the park with the sculpt and the detail. It is just awesome. I love this. Love this head sculpt. Then you have the hand with the fingers cut off, and you have this kind of scooshing out goop effect. I like this. Definitely cool. I like the detail in the hands there. I mean, they just look... I'm just going to use the word disgusting again. They look gnarly as anything. Then he has his hat. And I do quite like the fact that you get this loose and it's not stuck on there. It's just, you know, an extra added thing to the figure. And it just slots onto his head with ease. And of course, this is how you're going to want to display your Freddy Krueger. You can't have him without the hat. I think that looks great. And as I said, yeah, I like how it comes off. Then you've got the alternative Freddy head sculpt, and I really like this. A lot more serious look. You know, this one's a bit fun. He's got the grin. This one's a lot more serious, but still just great detail throughout. See in his ear there, he's got like a wee chunk missing. Yeah, very serious Freddy. Just that detail all around the figure, that exposed, messed up skin. I love it. So those are the accessories. Let's take a closer look at Freddy. And as I said, hat comes off like so. Just great detail in that head sculpt again. Chunks missing in the ear. Just looks so gnarly. The yellow teeth. The eyes look great. Yeah, man, the detail in this guy is so awesome. Definitely a great first NECA horror figure to get. And definitely why I got so many more after. You've got his classic sweater, cardigan, whatever you want to call it, jumper. It's that classic colour scheme. And it looks really good. Nothing to really complain about. And then trousers, pretty straightforward. And then you've got the boots as well. But you've still got just nice detailing, you know, a nice sculpt. Look nice and loose, and just the way it's textured throughout looks, you know, it's not just one dimensional. It looks really great. And then you've got the glove, and I don't know. I think the glove looks decent. I'd maybe like it if his fingers were articulated. I think, you know, there's a good amount of detail, but yeah, I think articulated fingers would just add that little bit extra to the figure. I mean, maybe especially these two fingers are really close together, the blades especially. If you could move those fingers about and really get them in like different poses and things, it would just make this figure so much better. But it's just a wee gripe, and it's not a massive deal. You can sort of get that idea of the metal plating on the back of the glove here. And yeah, it looks good to me. Just articulated fingers would really send this figure to a next level. So, to compare Freddy to another NECA figure, another NECA horror icon, we have Friday the 13th Part 4 Jason, and as you can see, these two just look fantastic next to one another. If you're wanting to build a horror collection, a horror display, NECA is definitely the way to go. Man, I just love the look of these two guys next to one another. You can see Jason is quite a bit taller than Freddy, but judging by the movies, that is to be expected. I do have the Freddy vs Jason figure, and we did take a look at that on the channel, so if you want to check that video out, definitely hop over to the channel page and, you know, feel free to watch that. I really love that figure. Apart from his massive platforms on his feet, that is just mental, and still is just a bit dodgy to me, but still a great figure. Still love that look of Jason, and I definitely welcome a Freddy from Freddy vs Jason Ultimate NECA release. I think I definitely need to pick up another Freddy Krueger figure after taking a closer look at this one. And just to put Freddy next to another horror icon, we have Ghostface from the McFarlane movie Maniacs line. Still love this figure, and it is just another horror figure I have out on display that I can grab. I did grab the I did grab the NECA Ultimate Ghostface that came out not too long ago. Absolutely love that figure. Once again, we took a look at it on the channel, so feel free to check that video out. Unfortunately, he is displayed in box at the moment, so I thought I'd go for the McFarlane figure. But as you can see, they work quite well with one another. This figure is definitely outdated now, just too limited in articulation. But these two would make a good display. So it is time to just check out the articulation on Freddie here. For this, I'll just take his hat off. And let's see if I can look up. Not too much. That's about as far as his head's going to go. Just reminding me of Deadpool there. I've never really made that connection, but he's definitely got some Deadpool vibes going on with this melted skin. He's only going to look that far down, so his head's not really great in terms of up and down movement, but you can get him looking left and right, and it will rotate all the way around. His arm is going to move about that far up. It's going to go about that far into the body, move that backwards and forwards and all the way around. He's got a single jointed elbow, so you can get his arm moving about that far up, and you can rotate him at the wrist, and yeah, it moves backwards and forwards a wee bit. Just the same articulation in this arm here. He'll move at the waist. You can get his leg kicking out about that far forward, so good range of motion in the legs here, that far back. You can get him kicking about that far out. He's got a single jointed knee, so we'll move about that far back, and yeah, his feet move around as well. He's got ankle, oh, his foot just came off. You can see though, it's on a ball joint, so yeah, that's the range of motion you're getting on that foot. So there we go guys, that's about it for this Freddy Ultimate NECA release video, and I'm so stoked on this figure, just as much as I was when I first picked him up all those years ago. So glad to still have him, so glad that he was the first figure in my NECA collection, because he's such an iconic character, and NECA have just nailed it with this figure. The detail in the skin alone is just incredible, you know, the head sculpt there, and then just following it out throughout the body. As I said, articulated fingers and more articulated than the hand with the glove would just really send this figure to another level, but even as it is, it's still great. We get some fantastic alternative head sculpts and accessories. For me, this figure is just another must-have from NECA, and yeah, I love it. With that being said guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please just hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and make sure you hit subscribe for future videos on collectibles and figures such as this guy right here. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below, where I post pictures of my collection pretty much every day, so feel free to go and check that out. And as always guys, just thank you so much for watching. I'll catch yous on the flip flop later. Cheers.